Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is MTG Ghoul Dude, and today we are wrapping up this wonderful December season of, I guess, holiday creature types. Holiday creatures you'll find in different stories and stuff throughout different, like, cultural histories and stuff like that. With Ox. So, let's go on ahead and get into the Oxen. With Raging Bull, all the way from Legends, I'm guessing. And this one, if you're watching this, actually looking at the screen watching this, this one is like really off-centered. The print is off-centered to the left, and that's why everything looks weird when it comes to like the creature type, the power and toughness, the mana symbol, the generic mana, and the name of it. Which is, to me, that would be extremely unique to see that in person. But Raging Bull is a 3 mana, 2 and a red, 2/2 Ox. Iron Hoof Ox. Iron Hoof Ox. For 3 and 2 green, it's a 4/4 and it can't be blocked by more than one creature. It has... They haven't given that ability a name. That's interesting. What do you guys think that the name of that ability should be? If you got to come up with a name for the ability that creatures can't be blocked by more than one creature. Wild Ox for 3 and a green. It's a 3/3 with Swamp Walk. That is a Swamp Ox. Zodiac Ox. I told you we'd be seeing some more of these. For 3 and a green. It is a 3/3 with Swamp Walk. Longhorn Fire Beast for 2 and a red is a 3/2. When it comes into play, any opponent may have it deal 5 damage to him or her. If they do, sacrifice Longhorn Fire Beast. That's actually super interesting. Pillar Field Ox for 3 and a white. It's a 2/4. Vanilla 2/4. Arc Runner for 2 and a red. It is a 5/1 Elemental Ox with haste. And at the beginning of the end step, sacrifice Arc Runner. Aw. It's kind of sad. This is probably one of my favorite Ox. It's a Yoked Ox. It means he's super strong. Yoked. For a single white, it's a 0/4. It's not that yoked if you ain't got no power. Perforos's Emissary for 3 and a red. It's a 3/3 with the Bestow ability for 6 and a red. You can attach it to a target creature, and it can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. And if it is bestowed upon a creature, they get +3/+3 and can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. It's pretty cool. A little expensive though. Golden Hide Ox for 5 and a green. It's a 5/4 with Constellation. Whenever it enters the battlefield or another enchantment enters the battlefield you control, target creature must be blocked this turn if able. Huh. So if you can find a way to flicker all your enchantments in and out, that's actually pretty cool. Inquisitor's Ox for 3 and a white. It is a 2/5 with Delirium. And it gets +1/+0 and Vigilance if you have 4 or more card types among the cards in your graveyard. Charging Cinderhorn for 3 and a red. It's a 4/2 with haste. It's another one of those elemental oxes. Be pretty cool to see an elemental animals deck. Like an elemental cat, elemental dog, stuff like that in a deck. I think we have elemental horses too. Just like elementals that are animals. Be a pretty cool deck. Be a zoo deck. Hey, it has haste, and at the beginning of each player's end step, if no creatures attack this turn, put a fury counter on Charging Cinderhorn. Then Charging Cinderhorn deals damage equal to the number of fury counters on it to that player. Oh, that can get pretty bad if you're in like a stalemate and nobody wants to attack. Earth Originac. This is one of those cards from the it's a double Planeswalkers deck product that they produced not too long, a while back actually. I think it was probably before the original Eldraine, if I'm correct. I think so. Let me know if you know when this one was printed. But for 3 and a white, it's a 2/4, and it enters the battlefield. Creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. It's actually pretty cool. Bartered Cow. It's all pretty and shiny. But for 3 and a white, it's a 3/3. When it dies or when you discard it, create a food token. They didn't have to do it like that. That poor ox. Then we get to one of the more dangerous ox on the list. Ox of Agonis. For 3 and 2 red, it's a 4/2. When it enters the battlefield, discard your hand. You don't need it no more. You have this bad boy and draw 3 cards. But you can escape it for 2 red and 8 other cards from your graveyard. It's pretty rough. But it escapes with a +1/+1 counter on it, so it's a 5/3. Just big enough to bolt. Makindi Ox for 4 and a white. It is a 4/4 with landfall, and the landfall ability is when a land enters the battlefield under your control, tap target creature an opponent controls. So if you just have like a bunch of creatures that you're staring down, just go on ahead and tap them, or tap the person right behind you so everybody else can attack them. Giant Ox for 1 and a white. It is a 0/6, and when it crews vehicles using its toughness rather than its power. But other than that, that's all it's good for, unfortunately. Then we come to our last ox in this list. It is Liberated Livestock, but it's not just an ox, because for 5 and a white, it is a 4/6 cat bird ox. In the box, and the text box reads as follows: when Liberated Livestock dies, create a 1/1 white cat creature token with lifelink, a 1/1 white bird creature token with flying, and a 2/4 white ox creature token. For each of those tokens, you may put an aura card from your hand or graveyard onto the battlefield attached to it. So if you're looking to make a bunch of creatures big, real fast, that's how you do it. It's an army in a can. But that is going to wrap it up, guys. And I want to thank everybody that watches, comments, likes, and subscribes as we go into this season. And if I got to be thankful for anything, I'm thankful for you guys. But that's going to be it, and I will see you guys next time in the graveyard.